Hello guys, and welcome back to another video in our channel. In our video today, our player of focus will be Chelsea's next upcoming star who has not showcased himself yet at the Premier League. Our video today, we analyze Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku is expected to be back at the Chelsea squad after this international break. The player who is tasked to come in and continue to bolster Chelsea's attack will be a great addition for Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea. In our video today, we are going to look at what he will offer Chelsea. So, Mauricio Pochettino, as the Chelsea manager, his start has been quite a roller coaster. It has not been quite perfect. And one of the problems that he has faced is his team's inability to break down lower blocks. Against teams that want to go toe-to-toe with them, Mauricio Pochettino has proved that he is a manager who's willing to go toe-to-toe with the best. But against lower block teams is where his team has suffered. Games where Chelsea expect to be more clinical in front of goal, and games where Chelsea expect to be converting the chances that they create, they need a player who is quite excellent in finishing his chances. So Christopher Nkunku, a player who has a prolific strength in finishing chances, scoring goals, dribbling and taking on players, will be a great addition for Chelsea, especially when Chelsea are facing these teams that like to sit back and deny them any time and space to attack. So what is the profile of Christopher Nkunku? So Christopher Nkunku is a 26-year-old French international. He excels in the attacking third, and he is also good at his creativity and his passing. Christopher Nkunku is not quite great defensively, and that doesn't mean pressing wise, but rather tackling or intercepting balls. But we're going to see what strength he will offer to Chelsea. Now let's look at the stats about Christopher Nkunku. We can clearly see that the place where Nkunku is excelling the most is his key passes, his goal scoring opportunities, his assists, and also another thing that we see him excelling good is his dribbling. Nkunku is one of the best dribblers in the Bundesliga last season. He also has a high metric for the key passes that he makes per match. Now, let's look at the percentile statistics of Christopher Nkunku. So Nkunku averages 0.56 goals per 90. This is around the 74th percentile, but his assists percentile is quite great. It's at 99. Also looking at his penalty kicks goals, he's also quite great at that. But when you look at his progressive carries and his progressive passes, this has increased tremendously looking down. He's also a disciplined player, showcasing that he has only received one yellow card in the previous season. He is also 26 and therefore experienced for this young Chelsea team. Here are Christopher Nkunku's attacking stats per game last season. So he averages 0.64 goals per 90 with an XG of 0.44, meaning that he beats his XG with 0.2. He averages around 2.59 shots on goal with 1.24 shots on target, and this will be quite impressive for a team which has been lacking goals, especially while facing lower block teams. Looking at his statistics from last season, we can see that he scored 16 goals from an XG of 14.59, meaning that he beat his XG with close to 1.5 goals throughout the season. He's also a quite consistent player, and his shot conversion rate is high at 22% compared to Nicholas Jackson, who has a shot conversion rate of 18%. Nkunku is just not an attacking player, but is also a valuable asset in the defensive area. He has made 17.5 pressures per 90 with having 5 successful pressures per 90 with a success rate of 31.2%. With the way Mauricio Pochettino likes to play his high attacking pressing game, a player like Nkunku will fit perfectly in enabling Mauricio Pochettino achieve his tactical objectives by having a high pressing team. Now, Nkunku is quite strong. His greatest strength is in dribbling. His ability to take on his defender will be a key asset, especially where Chelsea will be facing lower blocks. His ability to maneuver with the ball in tight spaces and his strong finishing and through balls will be quite impressive for Chelsea. So, is Nkunku the silver bullet for Chelsea in breaking these lower block teams? So Mauricio Pochettino's time at Chelsea will be quite exciting in the coming days with key players returning. Now, Pochettino's use of Nkunku in this team will be a great tactical problem for him. It's a problem that has come up at the right time, and it's a problem that any manager would like, because now he has to figure out where to put him because the attack of late has been firing. Now, key casualties that may be faced with the return of Nkunku will be the striker Nicholas Jackson. Although of late he has been scoring goals, but his position is likely to be threatened by the return of Christopher Nkunku. Another key player who's likely to suffer is Raheem Sterling, because Nkunku likes to cut in from the left and attack the left half space, but Sterling has been in scintillating form of late, and dropping him will be quite a problem, as well as Mudryk, who is still on the bench trying to look in. Another player who might suffer is Conor Gallagher. Yet Conor Gallagher has been one of Chelsea's best players this season. His number 10 position where Nkunku plays might make him lose his position on the team. Another player who might also suffer is Cole Palmer, because if Nkunku comes in the team and Pochettino does not drop Gallagher, then it means Raheem Sterling can move to the right and Nkunku can start from the left, making Palmer lose his position, though this is very unlikely. But that is what we are going to analyze today. And before we begin our analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and also check more tactical videos from our timeline. So where will Christopher Nkunku play at Chelsea? And this is a question that a lot of fans have, and we are going to analyze and answer where he will play and which position suits him best. Now, looking at the heat map for Christopher Nkunku last season, you can clearly see that Nkunku likes to play around the 18-yard box just in front of the 6-yard space, and also his heat map showcases that he likes to play down the left half space, the position and areas where Raheem Sterling likes to drive in with the ball. So he's not the player who you'll find in the right side, but rather attacking down the left, and we'll see where he will play. So let's look at RB Leipzig. So at Leipzig, they used to play with a more of a 3-5-2 system, with Nkunku playing as the left forward. So he played slightly higher than Poulsen, because Poulsen was a target man and Nkunku would be making these runs behind him and attempt to score goals. So how did he play against the defense? Now, in our model here, we analyze a brief look at how Leipzig used to play. So the position of Nkunku used to be in the right half space, and one midfielder will be pushing to the left half space. His link up with Dominic Szoboszlai was quite great, and the dropping in Poulsen, who will use his physical ability and strength to draw out defenders out of position, was a key asset, because this enabled him now to receive the ball under pressure, play the ball back to Szoboszlai, or play in flick-ons for the runs of Nkunku, who would be attacking this left-hand channel where he will be attempting these shots on goal. And this made Nkunku score a lot of goals in this position. because we know very well Nkunku's like to play in the half spaces. Also, when he played as a number 10 as a second striker to Paulsen, he also had this great strength of attempting shots outside the 18-yard box, something that Chelsea have not had for quite a long time. Even when the wingback will receive the ball and draw in an opposition fullback out of position, Nkunku's position at the edge of the box is dangerous because once he receives the ball in this position, he's not afraid to shoot the ball right in goal and score the goal for his team. So this is a problem that Pochettino has, and it's a great problem. And now we are going to ask ourselves, where will Nkunku fit in at Chelsea? What can he offer Chelsea? And that is the first thing that we're going to look at. In our next part of our tactical analysis, we'll look at where he will fit at and which player is more likely to suffer upon the entry of Christopher Nkunku. So we know very well that Pochettino likes his team to start in a 4-2-3-1 system. And the system is usually looking like this, with the right back being more aggressively attacking in Reece James, pushing forward to hold the touchline, while you might find a player like Raheem Sterling holding the touchline down the left. And the left half space is usually left empty, so that Raheem Sterling and Marc Cucurella, who can now attempt to overlap Sterling and allow Sterling to go 1v1 against the fullback, something that we have seen Sterling do excellently against his former club Manchester City. So Raheem Sterling in this position can also attempt to go for goal by himself and score. We've seen him do this time and time again for Chelsea, and this is quite remarkable. Now, in some instances, Sterling might start out quite wide, and in this case, he might draw the fullback and release the ball to Marc Cucurella or Ben Chilwell, who may be underlapping, and attempt a cross on goal. So, Raheem Sterling is the one who likes to attack this left half space channel. Now, the question is, where can Nkunku come? So we have started to start Nkunku at his preferred position at the number 10 position, and this might see Pochettino shift his system to more of a 4-2-2-2 system, with Sterling and Palmer playing inside the inside channels, with Reece James and Marc Cucurella being tasked to give Chelsea the width, with Nkunku playing as a front two together with Nicholas Jackson. So this will cause Chelsea problems, especially for their rest defense, because now they will have only 4 players defending, while the majority of the players are high up the pitch. Cucurella has played the inverted role and can play in this role. Now this might see Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez being the ones to play in between the lines, and Palmer can use his excellent passing ability to play through balls for Nkunku, who can be taking advantage of Nicholas Jackson's movement. Remember, Nkunku thrives playing as a second striker. Now, the problem now is when we have Sterling liking to cut in. This will create traffic in the left half space, since Nkunku likes to operate in that position. So this might see Sterling now being pushed to start down the right, with Cucurella now being tasked to be the one holding the width down the left. This might see now Cole Palmer and Nkunku starting in the half space position, but we know Reece James will more likely like to be the one advancing. So let's see, because Pochettino prefers having Conor Gallagher in the team now when Nicholas Jackson has been left out of the team. So when Jackson has been left out of the team and Nkunku has been preferred as the starting striker, what we can see is now Chelsea moving into a more of a diamond kind of midfield, with Raheem Sterling and Nkunku playing as the two forwards, with Cole Palmer playing the number 10 position and the fullbacks generating the width. This is because the strength of Gallagher, Enzo and Caicedo can be an excellent rest defense and allow Chelsea to dominate the midfield, preventing opposition players from bypassing Chelsea's midfield. And this might strengthen Chelsea by having Nkunku playing alongside Raheem Sterling. So Our question now comes in what position will Christopher Nkunku play? And that is going to be our tactical analysis in the next phase of our analysis. And we're going to bring the tactical board and see. So here's our tactical board. So Nkunku can start as a number 10 in this 4-2-3-1 system. And in this system, when Nkunku starts as a number 10, this might see Conor Gallagher lose, but Gallagher cannot be left out of the team. Now this might also see him starting as a left winger, seeing Raheem Sterling lose his position, but again Sterling cannot lose his position. Now this might now prompt Mauricio Pochettino to sacrifice one of his double pivots, maybe Caicedo, and push Gallagher in that deeper position and allow Nkunku to play as a number 10 to be the one to advance the ball high up the pitch. Now that will be detrimental since Caicedo's attacking threat is required. This might see now Nicholas Jackson lose his position as the striker and Moises Caicedo coming back in so that Chelsea can have a balanced system at both attack and defensive areas. So let's look at the build-up structure and how Chelsea can build up with Nkunku in the team. So as Chelsea try to build up and opposition players try to mark the Chelsea back four and midfield, we know very well that Cole Palmer has been the outlet for Chelsea, dropping deep to give Chelsea numerical superiority during build-up. Now Nkunku can do this, and he has done this tremendously. His ability to drop deep into this number 10 position, receive the ball and dribble past his defenders will be a great asset, enabling him to advance Chelsea high up the pitch. This great strength is what can enable Chelsea to be beating a lot of teams that attempt to press them high up the pitch. Now, in more progressive phases of play, how will Chelsea play? So in these phases of play, what we're going to see is players such as Cole Palmer moving into the half space regions and Enzo Fernandez moving in this pseudo left back position. Nkunku can be the one dropping deep from the forward line to receive the ball and turn with the ball and immediately attempt dribbles, playing quick 1-2s with the likes of Cole Palmer, who can be playing him through or attempting a shot on goal by themselves. This is a great asset that Chelsea can really use with Christopher Nkunku. Also, Reece James can be quite instrumental in this team. His ability to whip in those low crosses for Nkunku will also be a great asset for Chelsea, enabling Nkunku to finish off these cutbacks and these penetrative 6-yard crosses that Nicholas Jackson has been missing. His intelligent movement can also enable him to attack the half space if Raheem Sterling starts in more centralized position, enabling Christopher Nkunku to thrive in this left-hand space channel that he likes to play. As I told you that Nkunku is not just an attacking threat, he is also a defensive threat because he is a player who likes to press, and pairing him with the like of Conor Gallagher will be a great strength and addition to Chelsea because now he can create that aggressive high press that Chelsea require, and this might make Chelsea to be winning the ball high up the pitch and immediately launch quick counter attacks where they can finish off chances because of him being quite clinical. Also, when Chelsea decide to move in a more defensive kind of structure, his solid pairing with Conor Gallagher in the front line or Cole Palmer will also be quite instrumental in enabling him to be the one to be pressing these center backs momentarily and win the ball. And once Chelsea win the ball in this position, they have an excellent player in transition because Nkunku thrives in transition phases. Now, Christopher Nkunku is quite a great talent for Chelsea, and his return to the club signifies a huge change and a huge growth for the team. His excellent experience and his wealth of talent in the team will be a great addition for Chelsea. Now, we don't know if Nkunku is immediately going to begin the Newcastle game, but he looks quite in shape and ready to make the bench for this game. We know that the main thing that Nkunku is coming to solve for Chelsea is the goal scoring ability. The goal scoring problem that Chelsea have faced with Mauricio Pochettino can be solved with Christopher Nkunku in the team. And therefore, this leaves a lot of problems and questions for the role of Nicholas Jackson in the team. Nicholas Jackson, a player who has been playing for Chelsea as the number 9, might see his position in jeopardy because he has been quite wasteful in some instances, and the Chelsea need a player who can finish off his chances, a player who will not hesitate to complete his chances and take Chelsea to the next level. And I'm going to show you the stats that Nicholas Jackson possesses. So in this scenario, you can see that Nicholas Jackson has just scored 6 goals from an XG of 7.7. He has underperformed his XG with close to 2 goals, and these goals will be quite instrumental for Chelsea. His conversion rate is also quite low compared to Christopher Nkunku, and his position in this team can be threatened. On the other hand, Conor Gallagher's form and what he gives Mauricio Pochettino off the ball is something that Mauricio Pochettino cannot sacrifice, and therefore he is more likely looking to retain his position in midfield, and is something that we are going to see if Mauricio Pochettino will have the opportunity to drop him if Nkunku can match his energy. So Pochettino looks to be having most of his teammates back, and how he will use Christopher Nkunku and where he will deploy him will be a subject that we're going to be closely looking at. If you've enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And I've left for you a snippet to see the strengths of Christopher Nkunku. See you again, and don't forget to watch this snippet.